welcome to another podcast. We're the Young Yappers. I'm your host, Mason Flores. Join with me, Malcolm Robinson, Renaya Blanks, Mariana Aguilar. And today our topic is social media issues for college students. And we're going to start off with probably the biggest issue is distraction and procrastination. For you guys, what has been the biggest distraction for you when you're trying to take something serious or like do some work? Like, what has been the biggest distraction for you guys?
So for me personally, if I had to give you one app off top, that one app that I would give you, it'll be TikTok. Whenever I'm on TikTok, I find myself scrolling and just watching funny videos, laughing. I could see a video of a dance and I would want to learn the dance. So me learning the dance, that takes time. So all of that is just wasting time and that's me procrastinating. But I am a procrastinator. I procrastinate all the time. That's just what I do. I don't think it's good. I really need to stop that. I need to get out of that, but I procrastinate.
How
TikTok though, definitely TikTok.
how often do you think that happens? Like,
I would say every week for sure. Every week for sure. Just 2 months ago, I had this 10-page paper due. And the night before it was due, I started it. Like I did a little outline. And then the next day, like 2 hours before it was due, I started it. And then I turned it in at 11:58. So yeah, every week for sure. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got a project due tonight.
I
I
do
just
too.
started it yesterday. I just
I
started it
do too.
yesterday. I
I do
swear to God.
too. And I started it this morning.
Mhm.
Shout out to my astrology teacher. But back on the TikTok thing, when it first came out in 2019, I was like one of those people who were like not trying to download it at all. Like I wasn't trying to be different. I just thought it was just kind of a stupid thing because it like I didn't really like musically back in the day, even though like I had it, but that was like fourth grade. But I downloaded it in 2020 because of a girl. She was like, "Yeah, you gotta download it," and I didn't know it was more than dances. It was skits. It was like cool edits and stuff like that. And now TikTok's like my everyday like thing. And when it comes to what I'm trying to do, it's for me. I procrastinate basically every day. Like
Mhm.
not even just a week. Like anytime I'm doing work, this is a huge problem. By the way, like for me.
It's just like
It's like a
when it's
breakaway.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like if I'll be locked in on this essay. I'm like typing, I'm typing, and then like I'm like in that little zone, and then I like as soon as I stop to think, I kind of like my first instinct is to like pull out my phone and be like, yeah, let me look at this TikTok, and then I go on TikTok and I'm there for 30 minutes, like
Right.
maybe an hour, and it's like, and that happens basically every day, even if I'm trying to do something else, like not even just schoolwork. If I'm like
Mhm.
trying to play the game or like I'll be feeling like a little kid who has to watch like those split in half videos, like with Subway Surfers and stuff.
Do you work?
Yeah,
Yeah. Are you late to work?
nah.
No.
But my work doesn't really like I don't really have time to like
Right.
look at my phone because I coach.
Yeah.
So like if I like pull out my phone and I'm like looking at videos with the kids are there, I can't like do that. And I like enjoy it so much that I'm not
I
gonna.
don't even matter.
So what about you guys? Like how often and what is the big app for you guys?
For me, it's YouTube because that counts as social media. Like how
YouTube.
you say you're doing an essay, but like when I do an essay, I got a tab open and I see the YouTube and I click and I'm on there for hours. YouTube and Instagram, that's what keeps me really distracted.
No TikTok?
I'm kind of
He's
a
old,
TikTok
so
guy.
it's like
Okay, okay, okay.
No, I still use TikTok, man.
I feel like it's also TikTok. It just really is just that.
Yeah.
Like you'll just be like doing something and you'll just be like, I need a break. And you'll be on it and then you'll just be like scrolling, you'll be like, I'll do that in 30 minutes, like just a little break. And then it just
Mhm.
starts to push the time and you don't do it at all.
And even like Instagram, it's fake way. It's been fake way turned into a TikTok, like with the reels.
reels
So
and
it's
Yeah.
stuff.
TikTok
Should I
for
be?
sure. It's TikTok for sure.
It's crazy. YouTube, every app, like every social media app, got some sort of feature like that. Like Snapchat got
Even
one now.
Snap, yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube got the little YouTube shorts,
X
but
got
nothing
reels.
will
Yeah.
replicate TikTok
Yeah, right.
because as soon as you open the app, you're getting something like that immediately like locks you in. Like it's crazy. It's like a I don't know, it just clicks something in your brain. Like I'll see as soon as I open it up, I'll get like a sports TikTok or like a music TikTok or like a movie TikTok. And it's like I'm gonna get pulled in, and then my next scroll could be something completely different.
And everybody's TikTok like for you page is catered to them,
Yeah,
so it's more interesting,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting. Like when we first made this question, I was like, this is a good point. If all of your professors did not accept late work, would you pass or fail the class?
We'd be fit.
Okay, so although I procrastinate, like I said, like that 10-page paper, I turned it in at 11:58. I do my work. I try to turn it in on time. Most of it, like it'll be a time where like I turn in at 11:59 and just close on me. I'll be sick. I'll be sick. That's happened to me before. That actually
What?
happened. That happened to me last week.
Oh,
But
God.
I probably have a C plus, C plus, C plus.
I would have failed a lot of classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like my whole like high school, it was like I wouldn't care about the penalty like
Hmm.
at all. Like
Okay.
I was just like, oh yeah, 20% off my grade. I don't care. I'm gonna get good grades on this test. Nah, every like everything I basically turn in that's not a big assignment. Like if it's a big essay, I'm not turning that in late
Right.
because like
That those
those
points
are
matter.
big about your
Mhm.
grade. But like the little small assignments where it's like the little discussions, like that you have to. I don't know if you guys have
Yeah, like
had
little 2 point,
where
three
you got to
point.
do
Yeah.
discussions and like reply to
Apply to a.
two people or
Yeah.
whatever. First of all, professors, bro, why are you making me do that? Anyways,
Right.
nobody wants to do that. Like nobody. Maybe somebody because maybe they don't socialize. But man, if we go and socialize, we go out there.
Everybody's saying the same thing, and
Right, and then I'm gonna reply, yeah, I agree,
yeah,
and then I gotta
right.
have three sentences. Anyways, but like when it comes to things like that, I'm doing that late. Like, like I'll be like the last person to do it. Like I'll post it, and I'm like, dang, people not even gonna see my replies because it's been so late. But professors, like, shout out to you. Like, even if you do the discussions, like the people who accept late work, thank you, because you understand. You
Right.
understand, because not everybody can do stuff on time.
Right. Everybody got their own life
Right,
to take care
but
of.
we should be more responsible with
Right.
that.
We
You know
should
what I
be.
mean? But
Yeah.
like, just the procrastination thing in general isn't just social media, but like a huge part of it is because if we spent the amount of time we are on social media on our schoolwork, I feel like everybody would have
Right.
peace.
Everybody would, yeah, be past.
But I mean, how about you guys? Yeah, how many classes would you guys fail? You wouldn't fail any classes?
No, I don't feel like I.
Wow.
Sometimes I do
Shout out
push
to
it.
you.
Sometimes I push it to be late, but I don't really be doing much late.
Respect, respect.
Not gonna lie, one class that doesn't accept late work, I'm passing. But the one that does, I gotta fail
Wow.
on that one.
I don't know, but 11 p.m. just that's when I feel like I want to do work. When it's sun up, like in
I'm
the
trying to
morning,
do
I
something,
look at
man.
the assignment all day. But when it's like 10:30 p.m., 11 p.m., that's when I want to do it. I don't know, like
Same way.
that's the
Hit the
procrastination in me.
rush.
Because you don't have anything else to like. If you're 11 and you're not working, if it's at 11, you're not working. Like it's like, what else am I gonna do?
No, I'll be at work. I just be at work looking at it. I'll be on
Like no,
break
I'm saying
looking at
when
it.
you get home and it's like 11 o'clock or
Oh
whatever,
yeah,
and
p.m.
that's why you want to do it because you don't
No,
have
but I'll
anything
be at
else to
home
do.
though. I'll be at home at like 6 p.m. I just be chilling,
You
watching
just don't. You
shows.
just don't do
I
it.
just don't like. I just don't feel like it.
Wow. Okay. Well, understandable.
So I'm being
Understandable.
real though.
Because
For real.
we
I'll
just
do it though. I
explained
know I have to do it at the end of the
and we
day.
just explained that we
Yeah.
procrastinated and look at
Yeah.
TikTok. So it's like another thing. How does social media influence your study habits and your performance as a student? Like, how do you think it affects your performance and how you are as a student?
So when it comes to social media, I don't it's not really social media, but like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
A lot of kids like these days use that and it's in a lot of ads these days. It's on commercials now. So
That's
everybody
good.
who has a phone or a tablet or something has access to that. And with that you can search up answers. And that way,
We'll
you're
get to
not
that
really
later
learning
too
for
because
real.
of the apps that help us. But
Mm-hmm.
I think
But I feel like if you're using it for cheating, it's a different story. But if you really have a genuine question,
everybody uses it.
it just depends on how you're using it at the end of the day.
Look, when professors aren't stupid,
Mm-hmm.
they know you're using it.
Yeah. Right.
Everybody uses it. I use it. Like, come on, everybody uses it. I think it's just the amount of times you use it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're using it for
Right.
every assignment, buddy, you're not fooling anybody. You're not fooling.
Just occasionally, it's like
Yeah, I know, right?
Right.
yeah.
But and you can use it to check your work or like spell check because Google doesn't always like fully spell check you correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But like you could like copy and paste your essay that you already wrote and like make sure like you spell it right, and then like ChatGPT will like make sure you're spelling it right, and they still mess it up. But I think back to the question, the way social media influences me to study, there was this big like, and trends are like so weird, and people are there's trends in certain sides of TikTok. I'm going back to TikTok, but there's this trend like it was called like a academic comeback or whatever, and it always pops up on my for you page
Mm-hmm.
every time it's near like the end of a semester or anything like that. Like last semester, it was like people will like post their grades and there's like these slideshows and stuff. They post their grade before, and then they'll be like after the academic
Like a
comeback.
glow up challenge.
Like they'll have like a point 0.5 grade, and then they're like at a 80%. I'm like, what,
Okay.
bro? This makes me like want to study. I think things like that can, but I think the big picture is like nobody like kind of tells you to. Nobody on TikTok is gonna be like, yeah, get off your phone and like
Right.
study. I think that's a big kind of part of it, and no one's gonna be like, yeah, let me set a timer for how much screen time I have. Like, oh yeah, I'm
Right.
gonna go to my clock app, start a timer. Yeah, this is the amount of time I'm gonna be scrolling, and then once the yeah, no one does that. So it's like, I think that's the biggest influence to
They
us. You know.
Yeah, they do have like in the little settings. If you have an iPhone, I know like you could do like the screen time and
Mhm.
stuff, but
No
I don't
one,
think
no
People,
one.
but
nobody's gonna do
nobody,
that to
but
themselves.
they could
Yeah,
just push it. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, so this one, this is the last question for this topic. What suggestions do you have for the viewers and for me and for anyone else who procrastinates? How can you kind of balance the social media and your responsibilities? Like, how can you do that?
Suggestions.
What's a good strategy?
Me, I am a person that I use my notes a lot. Like I use my notes. So we could put something in the notes, and I set timers a lot too. I use timers and notes the most. So you could do like a timer or a note. Put it in your notes.
I'd say just keep procrastinating. No, I'm just kidding. It's like I think it just depends. I think this is what my suggestion to people who procrastinate. Know the situation you're in, like if you care or not. So say like you already have a bad grade and like do you first of all ask yourself a question before you like start to turn and change. Do you care enough about the class to really like not procrastinate ever? Get your work done on time, do it as well as possible, or do you not care and just be like just take the F? Because if you're going to go halfway, like you just have to know like when to do it. And like for example, like I said earlier, if it's a big assignment, I'm not going to procrastinate like that much. Like I'm not going to turn it in late. I'm not going to do any of that. So you just have to know because everyone's going to procrastinate no matter how many precautions you take or any preparing you do because everybody procrastinates. It's not even just your phone. Like you're going to have distractions. You're going to have distractions. You're going to have to go feed your dog, go give yourself water, go eat. Like you have distractions in your everyday life. So I think my biggest suggestion is just to know when you can do it and know how serious it is. And I think that's really like how, because I got good grades throughout all high school, and procrastinate like you
Same.
the same way. So like, and not everybody's like that because like not everybody's smart.
Yeah.
So like, no, I knew that I was smart, not to be weird or anything, but like I knew that I could afford to procrastinate. But if you can't, like, go find
Right.
something.
Some
Go do
people
trade or something. Go. Don't be a college
yeah.
student. Like, I'm not gonna tell you to just quit your dream, but like, if you're not cut out for it, find something else. You know what I mean? Because you can procrastinate somewhere else. You can do your trade school because if you're a hands-on person and you do trade school and like you do stuff like that, you're not gonna be able to procrastinate. It's gonna be like a job. You think you're gonna be able to do your job and procrastinate and be on your phone all the time? No, you're probably gonna get fired. You're probably gonna get fired. So like know when and where to procrastinate. That's what I would say. So our next topic, social issues. So social issues, like where it comes to like cyberbullying or perceptions of like what's really going on in the world. I think when it comes to like that topic, perceptions, for example, a girl can post that she was in Cabo and like you think that's her whole life and like think that her life is so wonderful compared to yours, but her life could be completely different and so bad. So how has that kind of made you, how has that affected you guys in any personal way when you see somebody doing, even like if you see a vlogger on YouTube like living a certain way, you're like, man, I wish one day I want to have that, one day I want to be rich like that, but it could be something completely fake. How has that kind of ever impacted you?
Um, when I see stuff like that, it doesn't impact me in a negative way. It really impacts me in a positive way. It's like, it just makes me want to work
Motivates you.
harder. Yeah, it motivates me. It makes me want to work harder. Actually, one day stop procrastinating and just, really lock in
Just
for
lock in
just
for a
get
year.
yeah, get everything
Because
done,
if we locked in for a year, we're getting rich. You know,
Get
so
rich or
it's
die
just like
trying.
I think it has like back then it used to affect me a little bit. Like I used to see like vloggers or anything like that, or like it kind of affects me now because I feel like I could really do what, like this is a personal thing, but like when it comes to streamers, I have a personality of a streamer, and when I see stuff like that, I'm like, man, I could do that.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's like,
Why not just try it one day though, just to see?
yeah, but I also don't know what they're really going through.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I've seen like a lot of teenage girls, like or younger girls, like our age,
Hmm.
see a girl who like looks better than them and like see all these women and set standards. I think that's a really big thing, a really big social issue
Hmm.
is the unrealistic standards we set for ourselves and like what people set for themselves because they see someone look good or anything like that. You're like, man, I really want to look like that and I look terrible. But like in the real life, like, do they really look like that? Is it just the angle? Like,
The makeup, the filters,
yeah, I think
yeah.
that really affects people, like especially young women and young men, like in a negative way because not everybody knows. And if you are so glued in on social media, you kind of lose your touch out of reality. So I feel like,
Question yourself as well.
yeah. So have you guys felt that ever at any point in your life?
I mean, no, because I'm kind of confident in what I got going on. But like, I do, I do be seeing the people with all that money, and I'm like, damn, I wish that was me.
I mean, money is the root of all people. Like
All
we
evil.
no, all people. It's the root of all people. We not gonna act. People say that we're not gonna act like everybody's goal is to just be the same. Everybody has to have money at some point.
Hmm.
So it's like that's kind of like off topic, but like when I hear people say money is the root of all evil, yeah, but like
It's
at the
not a
same time,
And when I hear people say money can't buy you happiness,
yes it
that's
can.
a lie. It
Yes it
can. It
can.
can.
Yes it
Yes, it
can.
can.
Yes it
Yeah.
can. No, don't let anybody tell you that it can't. Don't let anybody. That's why I just corrected. Like I said, money is the root of all people because it is. You think when you were born, you think your mama didn't have to pay that medical bill? Yes, she did, and it's a lot. You think you have health? If you live in America, you got to pay for health insurance. Whatever. This is about that's about money. So social media. Back to social media. What role does social media play in the spread of misinformation and fake news?
So one time I was on Instagram and I'm just watching people's stories and it said Obama just died. I'm like, wait, Obama just passed away. I'm like, wait, who posting this? I'm Googling it, looking, I'm searching. I'm like, Obama just died. Somebody made that. It was fake. Obama is still alive. So it could be just as quick like that.
That
You could see
reminds
something, you
me.
could believe it instantly.
That reminds me of the videos that like these people take of like their parents or grandparents and be like, "Oh, so and so just died,"
Section.
and they'll be like, "What?
Hmm.
Who? They died? Really? When?" And then they'll like and they immediately believe it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a part of social media too, because like you're doing that for the likes and stuff, and then like that's so crazy
And
because
then
things like that you see on like it'll be the same kind of situation. Say you like you're looking on Twitter. This is Twitter is like where that misinformation stuff
mm-hmm.
is really where that's like where it all happens because now we got like this AI thing that tells us if it's real or not. But like say you see something crazy on Twitter and there's no one like everybody in the comments believes it and stuff and like there's no one to tell you that it's not real and you don't look up the that's where you get your information. Even politically, like people will see all this kind of stuff and then immediately believe it and not do their research because they believe that that is the research. I think that's the biggest thing is especially like on a political. We don't have to like say our political views or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but on the political side, like social media spreads like that's the biggest negative that social media has when it comes to misinformation and things like that because of people believing certain political things, people believing politicians posting on social media and stuff like that and lying and stuff because they know that people don't fact check. And people who do fact check look crazy. So it's like I think things like that are really what it kind of boils down to when it comes to misinformation because I just saw someone say that Batman 2 was getting canceled and my whole life was almost ruined because I love Batman.
And
And then I
then
was like, "Oh, Batman's not getting canceled. Let's go." Like I think that is so crazy that we're so basically brainwashed to believe everything we see. So, like, what are you guys' views on misinformation on social media? What role does social media play in that?
Well, I guess misinformation, man, with that AI stuff, I've gotten fooled many times.
Terrible out here with that.
it's
It's
2025. The technology is just
It's
getting
scary.
better and better.
AI is crazy. That is another thing. With this, is that's also a part of social media because that's kind of where it came from. Like AI can make basically anything. Like
Literally.
they can make a
Mm.
video. They can like mimic the lip movements
Put
and
your
like the
face on
voice and
somebody else's
stuff. And it's
face.
like
man, there was
that could be like that could put someone in like harm and stuff and
Mhm.
like jeopardy when it comes to like the law and stuff. Like
man, there was an AI picture of MLK and Sexy Red.
oh
Remember
my
that?
goodness.
You
Oh
remember
yeah,
that?
dude. Yeah,
That was terrible.
dude. Nice. It's really rough out here. It's really rough out here because of the and it's really like we I don't know if y'all have Facebook or not. We're like are on it for real. But I saw my grandpa like scrolling the other day and it was like he was like laughing and stuff and like it was clearly like fake like AI generated like pictures and like captions and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And it's just so much misinformation. Like every day, he'll like send me a screenshot of a Facebook post about like the Bears because like I'm a big Bears fan and he is too. He'll be like, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes just got traded to the Bears or something like," and he'll wholeheartedly believe it. He'd be like, "Mason, we just got Patrick Mahomes." I'm like, "Grandpa, that's not real. His whole life will be ruined. It like just gets ruined because he believed it." And it's like and it's the same thing with like scam calls with old people too, because like if they don't really know and they're not really knowing how to work their phone or anything like that, they'll like pick up and then the person will be like, "Yeah, you're eligible for $200 right now.
And then
You just
you
gotta
hear
get
money. You hear
you just
money.
gotta
So
get your bank account information and then your whole bank account is gone." So it's like I think that's a really big issue too when it comes to misinformation and social media because old people, like old people, are the real target audience when it comes to scams like that.
have you guys ever seen the movie The Beekeeper?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
In the
When
beginning,
it's
yeah.
like, first of all, that movie was
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a great
That
movie.
movie was crazy because
Uh huh.
the whole like kind of idea was that issue.
Yeah,
That's
like
so
he was fighting for
it
her.
was so
She got
crazy.
scammed and
Shout out to the old people.
yeah,
Like,
shout
shout
out.
out to the
But
old
she
people.
did she lost all her money and she ended up killing herself.
Wild, and that really happens in real life
Mhm.
because of like our phones. Like that is so crazy. That if you go back 6 years ago, that's not a problem at all.
Mhm.
And we can even take that a step further. Cyberbullying.
Yeah.
When it comes to cyberbullying, that's the big issue. Like even when you're in college, like I think that's the biggest issue of them all not even procrastination, not even like perception or anything like that. I think cyberbullying, because cyberbullying isn't just like making fun of people. It's like kind of just throwing your name down in the ground, like, or like posting videos of like it was unconsensual, like something like that is a huge issue. What do you guys think? And why do you guys think that's such a big issue when it comes to like cyberbullying? Because why should we care about what someone online says anything to us? Why is that such an issue? Why do we get so bothered by someone online they doing their shooting on the web thinking they're Spider-Man? Like, why is that such a big deal?
For me, like if I was to see, I've never been cyberbullied before, but I have been bullied in person.
Yeah.
But when it comes, like if I see somebody being cyberbullied, I would like try to put myself in their shoes. Like, that's messed up. I wouldn't want to feel like that. And then at the end of the day, if you don't have nothing kind to say, don't say it at all. I just,
And cyberbullying can even just be dimmed down to like
mm-hmm.
saying stuff online.
Right.
Like what I said, they do this shooting on the web. They spider what Drake said. You do your shooting on the web, you Spider Man. You're not doing none of that in real life. You're not.
Exactly.
People can because you can hide behind. I think the big thing is people forget that you're on a computer or a phone,
Right.
and that's why people get so bothered by it. Even if you yourself or if any of us aren't affected by cyberbullying, you can at least like think about like people get rage baited every day. Like I get mad at like some sports opinions. And I'll be like, man, I just want to just
Really?
talk to
It'd
him.
be really getting to
It
you?
be getting to me because like
Dang.
I'll see some comment talk about Russell Westbrook and that's like one of my favorite players ever.
Straight random though, getting to you. Yeah.
Yeah, if it hurts my feelings because and that's what I'm saying. Like you're making me realize like it's
Yeah,
just a
like I'll be
random
like, I don't even
person.
know you. Like if we walk in,
But
I wouldn't
that's
even
what
know.
social
Yeah.
media has done. Like, and we're
Yeah.
so young and we've been around it our whole lives that like
Controls you.
it really like just impacts like the way your brain works. Like if an old person like if an old person looked at the comments and saw like Russell like something like that, they'd be like, oh, let me turn off my iPad. You know what I mean? Like and that'd be just it. They never think about it again. But me, I remember it because it affected me. Like I
Yeah.
shouldn't even remember that was an altercation that I had online. Like I was like the person said, "Man, Westbrook not even a top 10 point guard ever." I was like, bro, that it was such rage bait. It was so clearly like fake. Like y'all don't even know. Y'all might not even know who that is. But he is Westbrook is an MVP in the NBA basketball, and they said he's not a top 10 point guard. And this random
And even though
person
he really
behind a
is.
Goku profile picture bothered me, and I was like, and I thought back about it, I was like, what is wrong with me?
Social media has done that. Like
They
where it
do
like
that to
lets you
you.
control like ooh, like he said that like now I gotta respond back to say something like but that's just wait.
And would they ever do that in person? Like, no, no, they wouldn't. If someone like threatens your life, they might. But like yeah, most people like just do are just fake thug, like internet thugs, like people who talk trash online. That's just that's just social media, and I think when it comes to college students and stuff like that, I don't even know how you can fix that, how you can control that. It's just about knowing that it's not real. Like even if they say something to attack you, like just know that it's not real. Like none of it's gonna like really affect you unless like someone like says, "Okay, here's my address. Pull up, bro. Don't pull up, bro. Don't pull up.
One way
Just
to fix it, just block the account. It's that simple.
it's not though, because
But
that
people
It's
are
not
so
because
bored
people
these days that
yeah,
they'll make
make
another
another
account.
account or they'll
They'll make
go and
another
do it
account.
on somebody else's
and
Mm-hmm.
phone. Like
harassment,
Yeah.
man,
it just
harassment is a
goes.
huge thing too on social media. I know this is I'm dragging the social media altercations thing a lot, but that's the biggest, in my opinion, that's the biggest issue about it, about social media, is the altercations you have. Like, you'll have, I know women deal with this a lot. You have these random dudes like slide up and like say something crazy. A girl could block them, and then like He emails you. He like finds your email. Like I know this
That's
girl
crazy.
who,
That's crazy.
like
Email
that's
is
crazy.
crazy.
Make a new email. They'll make an email. They'll make a new Snapchat account. This is why you gotta delete Snap. If you do any social media, don't do Snapchat, man. Snapchat gotta be the worst place ever. But like when it comes to stuff like that, people make new accounts. Like people just harassment online. Like they would not do that IRL, which is so crazy. So that's why you gotta really take it out of your mind that it's like it's really just social media at the end of the day. Now we can go quick with this one. This is the last segment. What apps have helped you guys as like students or college students or even just people, not just like TikTok or anything, not say like TikTok or like yeah, TikTok helped me. What has helped you improve in like work life or college life or personal life, like dating apps or like you know what I mean, like dating apps, school apps, like because I have a few. Quizlet, Quizlet
I
has
was about to say that.
Quizlet has always helped me,
Was it to go?
and that's not even really cheating. It's about like the studying. Like
Like
when
the
I
And
flashcards.
flashcards, literally
yes,
like
the flashcards for bio AP bio. I took AP bio in college. I mean in high school. That saved my whole grade. I was so terrible in AP bio for the whole like year. But at the end of like the end of semester tests, like the finals, Quizlet saved me because of the flashcards. That's how you memorize stuff. So I would recommend Quizlet. Use Quizlet. Even now, use Quizlet. Use you can use photo math, but like it's kind of like wishy washy. Not with college
Yeah.
math, but like but photo math like not to cheat, but like check your answers because you can't even show your work like with if you try and use photo math. So an app like that, like app that can help you check your because everybody has to take math. So like if you're taking stats, find an app that can help you check your work because who else is gonna help you check your work? Or you gotta email your professor, you gotta do stuff like that. Find an app that can help you check your work, like Quizzard, like that helps you. I don't know if y'all know about that one, but like
Oh.
I'm giving y'all some game right now. Quizzard, Quizlet. Those are my two. And yeah, what about y'all?
My first one, my mom actually put me on. I believe it's called like Rate My Professor, something like that.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
That's an
that's a
app.
good
Like
one.
Still a cool.
before you register for your classes, you can it's like a Yelp but for a professor. So you can like see how your professor is and see if that's a professor for you. So I would give that one. And then it's not really social media, but I'm still sending on the clocks and the notes. Use that. It'll help you.
This it's an app that
It'll
helps
help
you.
you.
So
Yeah.
Malcolm, what you got?
Y'all stole
We
my.
stole yours.
You
So,
could still
but yeah,
elaborate on
rate
it.
my professor. I use that every
You
semester.
have to. That's literally
Right.
like I forgot about that one, but you have to as a college student, you have to use that one. Like you have to because before you like register for that class, you gotta like check if that professor's got good reviews. If they do, go and do that class. If they don't, stay away unless you have to do it. But that's like a necessity. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's a really good one that you guys
Yeah.
brought up because of how important it is to have a relationship with your professor. Because if you can't, or if you just can't communicate well, or like they put use the book so much, or
Mm-hmm.
and that's really what it because it can save you money too.
Yeah.
It'll tell you on the app, the Rate My Professor app. Actually, matter of fact, sponsor this school, Rate My Professor, because I promise you, every student uses you. But Rate My Professor tells you if you need the book. Like even if the syllabus tells you, like in the like Canvas or whatever, if they'll say, "Oh yeah, you need a book, buy this book." But if Rate My Professor and the students in the comments or whatever in the reviews tell you you don't need the book and you never use it, don't buy the book. So then you save yourself a cool $150. Like big prices for books and stuff like that. So you can save money. You'll your pockets will help you. It'll help your pockets. So like get Ray My Professor. It'll help your college experience. It help with basically everything. So do you know any
I use Goth. I don't know if you guys know
goth?
Goth. I think it's called like that. It's
What is it? Like what
GAUTH.
is it?
It's for any subject. I use
Okay.
it for AP econ. Um,
Okay.
and I'm very confused at that type of stuff, especially because I'm in my last year. I'm like, over it.
You're off.
So I'll be stuck on random things, and I'm like, what? So I'll just like scan the question, and they'll kind of like, it don't always tell you the answer. I'll just kind of explain to you what
Yeah.
it's trying to get at, and I'd be like, okay. And then I feel like another thing that's really helped me, especially for me for my assignments, because I be pushing those. Any type of calendar, like
Yes.
literally on your phone. Obviously, I don't even do any like notebooks or anything.
Yeah.
But I feel like those two are the ones that I mainly use.
Calendar is a good one.
Yeah, they even have the calendar on Canvas. I use that too.
Yeah.
I use a little calendar on Canvas.
Even though some teachers don't put it on it like that.
Yeah.
It,
But
like
I'm thankful mine do. I'm not.
yeah, mine do too because. But I don't really use it. Like
No?
I should. This is.
It's so helpful.
I've never used a calendar for
Especially if it
school.
like has the check mark on the side to tell you,
Yeah, I never used calendar for school, but now I might because y'all told me. But like, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because like I'll look at Canvas every now and then because I'll have like the red like number of assignments I gotta
Do
do.
you be seeing a to-do list?
Yeah.
Okay.
I look at the to-do list. That's how I know when
Okay.
stuff's done or due. But like calendar, I think that'll really help you. That's opening my mind now. But I think that's all today. Thank you for listening to us young yappers, even though he's old. Thank you for watching another podcast. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting,
Whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.